All right, guys, you got Vince here. As we're getting ready to go to on our vacation, I thought I'd go over a little bit of my packing tips. I always take a backpack on the plane. I check my main suitcase, um, and that makes sense to me. But basically, I go on the plane with my backpack and I put my essentials in there, like portable charging kit for my phone, since I do use my phone as my camera as well. You never want to lose charge on that, so I take my portable phone charger. Also, although nowadays with COVID, most places don't require you to have a mask anymore, but some do, and you never want to be caught in a situation like that, so I do take an additional mask. I also bring a multi headed charger cords um, because several things that I use require different adapters. So this is always very helpful. Now I do take my earbuds here, my wireless earbuds. But in the event I lose a charge or something like that, I've been in situations where I've lost charges. So I have my traditional ones that you connect directly to the phone as a backup. And of course, you can't forget your charger cords. You got to have those, guys. Gum, if you're on a plane, as you know, some people ears start stopping up because of the pressure. Gum will help relieve that. Got to have your sunglasses. Cancun, or the Caribbean period, has a lot of sun. And I've forgotten my sunglasses before, and then you have to pay overpriced, prices for other sunglasses. You don't want to do that. And this is my traditional traveling hat here. And I actually got that in Cabo San Lucas. But that's my traditional hat since then. Reading material. I've just bought this, been wanting to read it for a while. I'm going to use this vacation to get it done for the plane and for the beach. Have my tripod here that I'm going to use, okay? Have my going out to dinner or nighttime watch and bracelet here. And definitely essential. You got to have your passports. Also, you want to have cash as well. Of course, Cancun accepts U.S. dollars as well as pesos, but I don't worry about changing my money over, because if you use cash, if you get change back, they're going to give you change back in pesos. So you just use the pesos for that. But you need to make sure. I've gone and forgotten my passport before too. So make sure you have that. Make sure you have tons of singles to tip so you can continue to get good service, right? This is something that people always forget. When you're on that plane, you got to fill out customs forms, and people are always asking for pens. So I always make sure to have a couple of pens with me. I also print out a hard copy of my itinerary, has everything on there. I also keep it on my phone, but I'm a big person that believes in backups. There's a backup for me there, for information there. Moving over to packing, not going to go through all the clothes, but I will point out a few things. Women forever have been bringing several bathing suits, and now I know why. Because when one is wet, you want to let that dry while you wear another one on the next day. I ran into situations, and I always kick myself in the butt for it, when my swim trunks are drying. The next day I want to put them back on, and they're freaking wet and cold still. They hadn't dried out yet. So now I bring three. So one can dry another extra day, and I can, alternate them out, basically. Switch them out, right? Also carry another bag for going to the beach if I want to put my flip-flops in there and put some additional cash in there and all that. This used to be the only additional bag I would take outside of backpack. But now, the wife got me this for one of my birthdays, and I love it. So my tripod fits in there, my cash can fit in there, phone charger, all kind of little knickknacks can fit in there, and I don't have to pack the big backpack around, nor do I have to pack this around either. It looks a little bit more nice and suave, basically. Now, this is a trick that I learned the last trip I went to the Dominican Republic, where people brought their own towels and they would use their own towels to mark their beach chairs or poolside chairs early in the morning, as opposed to waiting for the cabana to open up where they would get the resort towels and mark it. So they would mark their chairs early with their own towels and then get the resort towels. So that's what I'm going to do now. Also, in the Caribbean, it gets hot. You get those drinks out on the beach, and that ice melts just like that. Bring your thermal Yetis or whatever brand you like, but I've tried a couple, and Yetis, they absolutely keep that drink cold and keep that ice from melting as fast. So I like Yetis, okay? Put all your drinks inside of your Yeti, and it'll keep it nice and cold for a long time. Also, some water shoes. I've been on beaches where it was really rough or really hot, and water shoes would have come in handy there. Also, on excursions. Excursions may be excursions where part of it may be in some water, like hiking through a stream or through a river or a waterfall, and the other part of it may be on horseback or zip lining or on a four-wheeler. These you can wear the whole time instead of having to bring several shoes to change into, flip-flops or tennis shoes. Just wear the water shoes. Also, on those horseback riding or four-wheelers, they make you buy your handkerchiefs or your bandanas for dust purposes. I got this one on four-wheeler trip in Dominican Republic, and now I just pack it around with me where I don't have to buy those others to keep the dust out of my face. And that's about it for now. I will check in with you guys later, getting ready for vacation.